Dr. Winnie Dyer is one of her favorites. And of course, poetry of all kinds. Please welcome Sherry.
Okay, I'm going to reverse it, and I will read by the water first, because with all this rain, you might get depressed. So just kind of think about last summer when it was nice and hot. Keep that in mind. By the water. Listening to the flowing waters over the rocks, continuous movement harmonizing with the wind, always in motion. We flock to the ocean, can't wait to see the lake, obsess about fishing on the river, lounging with a good book by the pond. Circulation throughout the body necessitates human function, harmonizing with the heart. Internal and external flowing comes full circle with aquatic identity by the water. And then my second one is called Hello, the Dawn of a Friend. The initiation of hello has such meaning. A smile projects an introduction to greeting. How are you? It's a beautiful day. Those words of acknowledgement lead the way. Conversing into social joys of pleasure. Interactive communication skills are a treasure that can be unwrapped time and again. Hello is the beginning to a friend.
Okay, well that concludes our poetry portion, and for the first time since we've been doing this book, we've added stories. So I'm so glad that all of the story writers came out and contributed stories to this collection. I think it really adds a layer that, you know, poetry is all about the language and the rhythms, and, you know, the stories take that further and get you more in depth with characters. So I really appreciate all the story writers who did contribute. First up, we have Blair Miller, who is the second half of the husband and wife writing team. I should ask if you are asking. Born and raised in Michigan, Blair has been writing poems and short stories since he was a little boy. This is an excerpt from one of his books that he's been working on for the last 3 years. It's the first chapter from the story, If You Will Listen, A Range of Angels. Please welcome Blair.
I'm just going to read a couple paragraphs because it's a little bit dark. And I don't want to offend anybody in here, so I'll let you sort of get that at your own leisure here. I gaze at the doors of the church and inhale the clean, crisp scent. Winter's first breath blowing across the dry brown grass of the lawn. No leaves adorn the ground where I step, only the concrete blocks leading up to the large brass double doors. A solitary pine tree near the playground equipment is the only green in the otherwise barren churchyard. As I approach the doors, I know without having to test them that they are locked, but I am always welcome to God's home. And with a single whisper, the doors swing open for me. I close the doors behind me and I see them. The priest standing over the boy as he speaks to him. I begin to approach them slowly, walking up the aisle. My presence within this place is necessary. I can feel the weight of oppression that has haunted these once sanctified walls. Rose vines begin to grow and flow over the floor and pews, trailing behind me as I walk closer to the two figures at the end of the aisle. They are standing a few feet from the black clouded altar and the weeping cross. I have found that which taints this church. The boy appears to be no older than perhaps 10. He clutches his shirt at his breast as the priest talks to him.
I think if Blair went any further.
Well, I could have, but the money got bounced out.
By a group of writers, I don't know. We're pretty open-minded.
I think you pretty much know where it was gonna go.
Yeah.
So does.
Thank you for that. Next up is Joseph G. Phillips. Joseph G. Phillips is a published poet, journalist, and author. His story, The Systemist of Procyon, is an alternate version of the prologue for his original science fiction novel, The Spirit of the Triangle. Please welcome Joseph.
Hi everyone. Real quickly, this story of mine tells you about a solar system and an actual star that's in the eastern part of the sky called Procyon, and it takes you on a tour of each planet in there. And I'm just going to read the very beginning of it. The Systemist of Procyon. I don't need to talk that close to the microphone. The eastern sky at night, in the smaller of the dog stars, Procyon twinkles with gold and white lights. I invite you to stand outside and gaze for a long time at Procyon. This star is in Canis Minor in the Gemini constellation. See it yet? It is the seventh brightest star in your night sky. Now see if you can travel by yourself to the solar system of Procyon. You can, if you stare at the stars long enough. Stare, think, visualize, and go. Are you leaving your corporal body? Isn't it free? An ultimate experience of serenity, all to satisfy curiosity? How does it feel to travel through space as a disembodied spirit? You no longer behold space as black and barren, but you may be experiencing space astrally, as a vacuum of active, luminescent variations of the colors you know. See how the star Procyon in the east becomes two? Procyon is a binary star. Procyon A is a yellow giant like your star's Sol, while Procyon B is a white dwarf due to explode. No need to worry about that though. Procyon B should not detonate anytime soon, plus you are observing the volatile white star in spirit. My name is Osman. Welcome to the Systemist of Procyon.
Next up is Cheryl Batcher-Martin. Cheryl is an award-winning poet, photographer, author, and honors faculty member. She's the owner-founder of her company, Pero Inc., a full-service writing, photography, consulting, editing, and publishing business. She's a popular instructor through Westland's community education, where she teaches a plethora of writing and foreign language classes. And she loves being the Writers Club instructor and group facilitator at the William P. Faust Library. Without further ado, Cheryl.
Thanks, Andy. This one is titled Kingsley House Ghost Story. Look at this house. I've never seen a green-colored mansion like this, John said. No, I haven't ever noticed a house that looks like this either. It is two pieces of a house put together, Sam said. The front door is slightly open. Perhaps we can get inside, John said. The wind whipped up its own roof, flinging it open as the brothers flew up the creaking wooden gray stairs. Watch out, John. The door is swinging shut now, Sam said. They barely missed being squished inside the door wall as a high-speed gust of wind slammed the door shut behind them. That was too close, John said. Yeah, I agree. We'll run up those stairs that mirror each other and get out of here, Sam said. Do you see the stairs and how narrow they are? John asked. Sam raced up the one side of the stairway and hollered, John, come see this quick. I think there's a ghost wearing a Civil War uniform. He's moving around the parlor, he said. No, he isn't, John said. The mannequin stopped cold in front of John. At that moment, the house turned icy and foggy, limiting the sight of the boys. You know what I saw? I'm going over there, Sam said. Fine. I'm going into the bedroom where there is a rope bed. Sam, unfazed, tiptoed into the parlor where the Civil War ghost was quiet for a moment. Sam sat down into the rocking chair and all of a sudden was being rocked by the ghost. It's the 8th of August of 1862, he and I'm an original member of the 24th Michigan of the Iron Brigade. I just enlisted today here in Romulus, Michigan. Kingsley Ghost said, "What? No way, it is 2010.
Okay, well, that is actually our last story for the evening. We can't talk Imelda into coming up and getting the 10 No? Okay, well, thank you all for coming. I appreciate, again, you submitting your work and then actually coming up to read your work in front of all of us. As I said, it really brings the life out of the stories and the poems to hear them out loud from your voice, rather than from what I'm thinking in my own head. I do have a few extra copies of the book. If anybody would like, I'll sell a single copy to each writer. Well, not each writer, but I have 4 copies left. So they're $5 each. I'll sell one copy to each writer who would like one until supplies run out. Again, thank you all for coming. Please feel free to mingle. Looks like the refreshment table was thoroughly ravaged. We appreciate that. We never like having leftovers. So thank you again and have a good night.
Just the right one.
Let's stand on the horse. Let's stand on the horse.
What were they videotaping?
Yeah, I want something like this, you know.